Yo, what's good, kings and queens? This your boy Don, and I'm back for another reaction video today. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know every time I post, you heard? Because I post at least twice a day, you heard? At least. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. I know y'all know what's going on already. I appreciate y'all for popping out. Again, y'all, I want to let this be known. Put y'all notifications. Put y'all notifications on for sure. But put your social media down in the comments. You heard I'm gonna pin one person, shout out somebody else in the next video or the earliest video that I can for y'all. Let me know down in the comments what y'all want me to react to. You heard. Today I'm gonna be reacting to, excuse me. Today I'm gonna be reacting to 10 Daredevils who lost their lives during stunts. This video is gonna be full of action, so I really want to get straight into it. I want to see what action they got going on. I'm gonna shoot another video for y'all after this. Stay tuned for that. I'm not even gonna spoil it and tell y'all what it is, but definitely stay tuned, you heard? I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. No, I'm not. I'm gonna see y'all in this video. So let's get right to it, you heard?
Let's be honest, Daredevils are a special breed of crazy, risking life and limb for just an adrenaline rush and the love of an audience. As awesome as these stunts may be, though, they all have one thing in common.
Danger.
They're all very dangerous, and these attempts can end in serious injury and sometimes worse. Join me now as we look at the 10 horrific Daredevil accidents. Number 10.
Pray for these people families,
Kyle
man.
Lee stalking. Kyle was a daredevil from Utah who became inspired to pursue a dangerous lifestyle after watching some videos on YouTube. One of these videos was of people swinging under the Corona Arch, a natural rock structure in Moab, Utah. It honestly seemed easy enough, and several people had done it with no issue. So with that in mind, he and some friends packed up, went for a day trip, and started to plan their first foray into fame. And it didn't go so well. In fact, it didn't go well at all, in fact. In March 2013, Kyle hooked himself up with a rope and jumped off of the arch. And here is where it gets tragic. Kyle and his friends had completely messed up the measurements of the rope. Rather than it being too short or just right, they had made it far too long. And this resulted in Kyle falling right to his death, rather than swinging like they all thought he would.
Yo, intermission already? Y'all make sure to go ahead and hit that comment, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I appreciate y'all for popping out. Nah, this is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want to. I hope they don't got a video, but it'll be crazy. Like, Kyle is. I'm not doing this. I'm not even gonna lie. If y'all doing stuff like this, please let me know in the comments. Please be safe out there. You heard? Anything in this video, I would say don't try at home without professional supervision. You heard? So be safe, y'all. Real talk. Cause I know a lot of times like this is people's life. So y'all be safe when y'all doing this stuff. Pray for these people's families. You heard? Other than that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let's get right back into this, you are.
Concepts approach.
Thank y'all. I love y'all, man. Word.
Kyle passed away on impact, and his only true claim to fame is being mentioned in articles and videos like this. Number 9. Nick Plantanita. Nick was a simple man. Born in Jersey, owned a pet shop, seemed like a nice, normal guy. Until he discovered skydiving, of course. Yeah, you can probably see where this is going. Nick was enamored with the idea of skydiving, and actually did take lessons and performed hundreds of jumps. After all those jumps and earning an expert's license, Nick had one goal in mind, to take the record for the highest parachute jump, which was currently held by one Yevgeny Andreev. Now, this might sound foolish, but Nick actually did do his research, studying meteorology, balloon tech, and looking at survival techniques. Nick may have been playing with fire, but he was at least smart about it. Nick attempted to break this record 3 consecutive times. His first attempt went up to about 16,000 feet, but he had to cancel it due to a wind shear tearing the top off of his balloon. His second attempt was botched due to him being unable to disconnect himself from his oxygen line, and then detach his balloon floating down on his gondola. Sadly, this was not recognized as record-breaking as he was in the gondola, rather than just parachuting. His third and final attempt took place on May 1st, 1966, where Nick's suit depressurized at 57,000 feet. When ground control got him down, it was found he had suffered from ebulism as well as a lack of oxygen, causing brain damage. 4 months passed, and Nick finally passed away on August 29th of the same year.
Dang.
Number 8. Jarrell Sousak. So, to start this entry off, Niagara Falls has a pretty big body count. Kinda like about 5,000 bodies to be exact. And yet people still purposely go over these beautiful waterfalls, hoping to get some record or just have a bragging right to their name for
Nah, I'm valid. Y'all know me and
In
water.
the case of Jarrell Sousak, going over the fall seemed to be a matter of confidence. He decided to brave it in 1984, having previously gone over Horseshoe Falls with no issues. Now, to his credit, Sousak tried to make this unsafe stunt as safe as possible. He created a custom barrel meant to absorb the shock of the falls, and actually succeeded with minimal damage in going over Niagara. Okay, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why is he on this list if his stunt was successful? Well, who said his second attempt went well? Yes, Jarrell, high off of his stunt, decided to try and make a museum for his Daredevil history, getting a corporation to finance it if he dropped from a whopping 180 feet from the Houston Astrodome in a water tank. This was an ill-advised stunt, with even Evel Knievel himself telling Jarrell he shouldn't do it. If you got Evel himself telling you don't do it, it's probably a good idea. However, Jarrell decided to keep doing it. This stunt was performed in front of an audience, mind you, and it didn't go as planned. Sousak was dropped prematurely and spun rapidly, hitting the rim of the tank. Without any kind of shock absorbers on the hard ground, Sousak suffered severe injuries and died mid-show. Number 7.
Dang.
Sailendra Nath Roy. Roy had some extremely strong hair, even owns a Guinness World Record for how strong it is. This record is the farthest distance traveled while using your own hair as the zip line. Cool? Kinda. Painful. God, I can only
Wait,
imagine.
what?
Roy's hair truly was something to marvel at if the train wasn't enough. However, despite moving a train and getting that world record, he still attempted to break his own record again, and that's despite his wife's objections. Ray decided to cross the Coronation Bridge in Teesta River, which was a 600-foot distance with a 70-foot drop. Now, Ray did not have express permission to try this stunt, and as such did not have an emergency crew or support staff ready. This meant that if something went wrong, then something bad would happen. And wrong did it go, my friends. When Ray hit the 300-foot mark, Ray became stuck, unable to move further. For 30 minutes, Ray struggled, no one able to help him due to being in the middle of the stunt and again 70 feet above the ground. After 30 minutes, Ray passed away of a massive heart attack. Ironic part? He told his wife this would be his last stunt. Really, it was. Number 6.
Dang.
Caleb Moore. Caleb Moore was a professional snowmobile racer, motocross rider, and all-around famous X Games participant, and thus far the only person to die during the X Games.
Dang.
Now, Caleb wasn't a daredevil in the traditional sense, but rather was very reckless on his vehicles, regularly performing backflips on his quad for audiences, as well as just unsafe stunts in general for both his quad and snowmobiles. Caleb was a respected motorist and even performed several stunts in action sports movies. Things were looking up for the young Texas native.
Nice.
However, on January 24th, 2013, during a freestyle snowmobile event of the Winter X Games, Caleb attempted a backflip, which would have been successful if not for the skis of his vehicle not being stacked on the ground. This caused Caleb to be thrown off and then his snowmobile to land on top of him. While he was able to leave on his own strength, upon reaching a hospital, it was discovered Caleb had sustained 2 severe injuries, a concussion and a heart contusion.
Dang.
While undergoing surgery for the contusion, Caleb suffered cardiopulmonary arrest as well as anoxic encephalopathy. On January 31st, Caleb was pronounced dead,
Dang.
ESPN presenting a posthumous gold medal to his family.
I remember that.
Number 5.
I didn't know he died.
Audrey Mester. Audrey was a French world record-setting freediver who had set the world record of freediving at 171 meters. Freediving is an activity where you dive down into water as deep as you can, with no real equipment at all. Air tank, no flippers, no scuba suit, just you, some inflatable balloons to help you reach the surface, and your very, very limited air supply. It's a very dangerous sport to try, and it's even easier to mess up and die in. Enter Audrey Mester, who, as I stated before, was a world record-breaking freediver. She attempted to break the then-current record of a 160-meter freedive set by Tanya Steeler, and even had several practice sessions before attempting an official 171-meter dive. While she did reach her goal of 171 meters, there was an equipment malfunction. Her own air tank was empty, and despite a diver giving her part of his own air supply to help inflate the balloon, it didn't inflate fast enough. Couple that with very strong currents, what should have been a 3-minute dive turned into 8 minutes. Audrey died after getting back to the surface, and with no medical staff available, didn't have much of a chance.
Dang.
Number 4.
That's crazy, y'all.
Stop. Anytime you grab
Again, y'all pray for these people, man, and their families. Pray for their families, you know, pray for good health and everything like that. And man, this is crazy, y'all. Like these are some people that are professionals at what they do too. So like, it's not their first time doing it. I know they would have liked it if you press that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell, hit all. So do it for them, you are. Press that like button, press that notification bell, hit all, hit subscribe. You know, show some love, man. That's all it takes. It's free to show love. I appreciate y'all. This is the end of the intermission. Let's get back into the video, you heard. Let me know in the comments below if y'all want to see me react to something else like this or anything similar.
Lifeblood of local business.
Dean Potter. Dean Potter was many things. Free climber, base jumper, highliner, gravity bound. Okay, that was a little dark. But I'll admit, I'm really not wrong on that one. Now, free climbing is technically the opposite of free diving, as it's climbing up mountains without any real equipment. Base jumping is jumping from a set destination and parachuting down, and highlining is basically just tightrope walking. Luckily though, Dean was very experienced in all of those fields, having completed several solo ascents in Patagonia and Yosemite, even scaling part of El Capitan, one of the tallest mountains in Yosemite. This passion of his would result in his demise as well as a friend's demise, however, when in May 16th of 2015, Dean attempted a wingsuit flight from Tap Point in Yosemite with his friend, Graham Hunt. While they had done this route before, Hunt had hit a sidewall during the flight, while Dean cleared the notch and crashed shortly after, with the two both perishing on impact. Number 3.
Dang.
Jane.
It's the risk.
Jane Wicker was a very talented and famous wing walker, having done several shows where she would walk on the wings of her plane, sit on the bottom of said plane while it was upside down. It's a pretty impressive display, but also impossibly dangerous, requiring unbelievable skill, a good pilot, and of course, luck. Unfortunately, luck was not on Wicker's side the day of June 22nd, 2013, when she and her pilot Charlie Schwenker attended the Vectron Air Show at the Dayton Airport. Wicker was sitting on the bottom of the wing, and while Schwenker rolled the plane upside down, the plane abruptly rolled to the right and hit the ground at a breakneck speed. This left the duo dead on impact.
Dang.
This video is available on YouTube, but I will say, watch at your own caution. It's pretty hard to watch. Now it's time for the day's best pick.
Yo, nah.
Today's best pick is the prime example of a selfie going too far. With that said, here is number 2. Wu Yongying. Wu Yongying, called China's first rooftopper, was a stuntman, famous for performing dangerous stunts without any equipment. This is even more impressive and terrifying when these stunts are generally on the top of skyscrapers. Now, to his credit though, Wu was very experienced in these activities, performing these climbs hundreds of times and earning a good amount of money doing so. However, this pursuit of money would lead him to his untimely end. An unknown source, reportedly seen in news, offered Wu 100,000 yuan, or 15,000 in US dollars, to perform his final dangerous stunt. The stunt in question was to scale the 62-story Yuan International Center. This was to be his last stunt, as he wanted to use that money for his mother's medical expenses and propose to his girlfriend. Now, Wu did scale the side of the building, taking several pictures and videos, but his final video also captured his death. Wu was shown doing pull-ups on the side of the building, but was also seen struggling to try and hoist himself back up. This went on for a few seconds before the poor man plummeted downward. Wu left behind his family and girlfriend, who were paid 30,000 yuan, or $4,300, in compensation by one of the live streaming platforms that Wu used. Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed.
Man, that's what my analytics show too, boy.
Guys, what's up with that?
What's
You
up
guys
with
can hit the
y'all?
subscribe button.
Yes.
You watch my videos every day anyway, so you might as well
Hey,
subscribe.
come
and
on,
keep up
y'all.
to
Show
date
me
with
some
every video we
love,
put
you
out.
heard?
Number 1. Mac Cranch. The human cannonball stunt is a familiar and popular act, with a man shoving himself right into a cannon and then launching
remember
himself
this.
into a very hopeful safety net.
I remember
Despite
this.
the safety measures, though, injuries are quite common, from broken limbs to backs and even head injuries. Despite the danger, Matt Cranch still eagerly signed up to be a human cannonball for Scott May's Daredevil show. While he had worked with the stunt team for a month and practiced the stunt a few times, his first actual outing was his last. In 2011, Cranch loaded himself into the large cannon, crowds cheering, ready to catch him. It was a perfect day. Cranch was launched 40 feet in the air, but his safety net failed upon his landing, which meant he basically plummeted to his death, landing headfirst on the ground. The reason for the net's failing was it seemed that the quick-release mechanism had not been properly set, resulting in the net folding on impact. And that is our video.
Are
for
you
today,
serious?
folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't try any of this crud at home.
At home, y'all heard me say that too, you heard? Other than that, please make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button. I appreciate y'all for popping out. Hit that notification bell. Follow on my social media. Everything is here, you heard. Thank y'all. Just posted another video. About to post another one. See y'all in the next video, you heard. Peace. Love. Dawn.